In a world of limitless opportunities and countless challenges, the choices we make manifest themselves into the very roads that guide us. And the tribulations and triumphs that shape, weather, and bind these paths together are the very essence of what makes the world such a beautifully strange place. But we walk our path with no map, in search of answers that nobody has, simply hoping that we don't get lost along the way. So maybe just sharing our story of where we come from and the things that have guided us along the way can be enough to guide those lost in their own path.
I'm Zach Bonanza, and this is the Lost Guidance Podcast.
You broke the rules.
Welcome, my friend. What's up? Hey.
How's it going?
You like that? You broke the rules. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 11th episode of the Lost Guidance Podcast. As you know, I'm your host, Zach Bonanza. And today I'm joined by a member of a local music group known as Broken Rule. He is the guitarist, getting into backup vocals, and really just a man of many instrumental vocations, my friend, Jeremy Seaton.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you for joining me on a beautiful Easter Sunday.
No, it's nice.
You know where the idea of the Easter Bunny and all that came from?
I have no idea.
Totally random, but as I was thinking that we were having an Easter episode, I just was like, well, where did all that come from? So I guess in like 1700s, when German immigrants were coming over and they landed in Pennsylvania, they were bringing their ideas, and it was a German tradition to believe in. It was called Osterhaus or something like it. I believe it's Osterhaus, yeah. And it was a hare that would come in the night and lay colorful eggs, but it was just eggs being like the symbol of life through the years, and in a lot of religions and beliefs and stuff. So it would bring these colorful eggs to kind of symbolize the new spring. So kids in these communities, in these Pennsylvania German communities, would like decorate nests in the baskets and stuff. That's where the baskets came from. And then eggs eventually went from being just a symbol of the new time to being filled with chocolate and surprises and toys and all that. So it's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, crazy from where it came from to where it is.
Yeah, I know. But that's your fun history lesson for the day.
I did not know that.
So Jeremy is, like I said, a man of a lot of instrumental vocations. You're kind of slowly becoming a master of a lot of different aspects, and that's really cool to see. So as with every episode, we have this underlying theme of something that guides somebody's life for the better, helps them get through the good times, the bad times. It's kind of a reoccurring theme for them. And obviously today we're talking about music. So as with everybody, I say, what got you into it, man? What really started the passion for you?
I gotta say, when I was 8th grade, I had a music teacher, and she was really good at expressing ideas through her instrument.
Uh-huh.
And so it started there, and then I kind of fell out of it. Oh, come on, Ruby.
Hey, little Ruby. Everybody say hi to Ruby in his shirt there.
But then as I started getting older, I didn't really listen to music much as a kid. But then as I was getting older, there was had a lot of friends who was into like the All American Rejects and all that stage, the pop punk and all that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my roots lie. But I'm telling you, music got me through some bad spots in my life. And
yeah.
I don't mean to say that's where I write most of my best stuff is when I'm depressed but that's
true.
where it comes from.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
mean
emotion.
to say you have to be depressed to
No.
write music, because there's a lot of great happy songs out there.
Yeah, absolutely. But then you think of like, bands like Nirvana and grunge and how that was born out of like almost contempt for the times. And it's like, we're a new breed of generation. This is the 90s for us. We're going to take hold and just, rock out our roots. And it's almost like that's kind of what you're embodying is what you're saying. Like you're taking that bit of emotion and putting it into your work.
Yeah, if you see me play out now, you'll see me all over the place, dancing, jumping.
That's awesome.
And I wasn't always like that, but
brought you out of your shell.
yeah, but the group of people that I'm with now, we just get together so well, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
And it's not hard to express yourself at all. And once I get going, the lead singer, Matt Fellows, he gets going.
Yeah.
The drummer, Kevin Pratt.
You feed off each other, huh?
Yeah. He I guess he stood up when we were doing a song and we were doing like a little 2-step where we went like that. And I guess he started doing it and he goes, "You know the one time I do it, nobody saw it." And I started laughing. I couldn't.
That's great. So you're in 8th grade. What instrument did you start playing?
Guitar.
Guitar. And your music teacher began teaching you probably acoustic or something.
Yep. And the first song I think it was "Taking Care of Business" by BTO.
Taking care of business.
Yeah, and I did not know what I was doing at all.
Yeah.
And my brother had a guitar, but he knew how to play "Smoke on the Water." So
Yeah.
I guess my brother Josh Seaton, because I have 2 brothers, Jimmy and Josh.
Okay.
But Josh,
Jimmy, Josh, and Jeremy.
Yeah, 3 J's. My dad's named Jim.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, I would always keep stealing his guitar and playing it, even though they kept telling me over and over again, "Turn that down." my brother always says now, "You turn down that rock and roll."
That's great.
But, yeah, those are the good times. But I think the first song I knew how to play on my own that I learned on my own was a Blink-182, All the Small Things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I ran to my brother and I go, "Listen to this."
Oh,
I
that's
can
awesome.
Finally play something. But
It was probably just such a gratifying moment for you to be
Yeah.
working that hard, you know?
yeah, no, and now that I've been playing for over 10 years, my parents and brothers, they always want to hear me play.
That's awesome, man. It's cool because it seems like you came into your own skin with this. It went from being just like a hobby and an interest to being what kind of defines you. Like you said, it brought you out of your shell. You never used to dance around and have that great of a time, but
No.
now you're like
Yeah.
all in it.
Yeah, now I just don't care what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
Because,
That you got to dance like nobody's watching or everybody's watching and nobody's watching, you know? So
because if you are out there caring what other people think, and you're not going to have fun that way, and if people are watching you live and you're not having fun, why should anybody watching you have fun? Like, that's my whole motto. Like,
Yeah.
if I look like I don't want to be there.
right, if you're stiff, if you got a stiff upper lip the whole show, what's the point about that, you know? No, that's awesome. Like I said, it kind of seems like music and instrumentation brought you into your own skin and made you feel comfortable. So, obviously, you realized you had a knack for it, a talent for it, and you began building on this and practicing and doing all that. At what point did you realize you wanted to take it to the next step further and start looking into getting into a band and writing your own music and all that? Because you do write your own music, you said,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I do a little bit here and there. Like I said, mainly when I'm depressed, because that's when it flows the easiest.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be depressed to write music. That's not what I'm saying.
Jeremy's lesson of the day: get real depressed and write great music.
That is not
No.
it. But
So when did you realize you wanted to take that next step, go next level?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think senior year of high school, I started a band with Frank Malachi, but it was just for fun. Like, there was one party. We ended up just getting really drunk, and then we just went upstairs to his room, and we played a song for, like, I think it was 3 people that were there at the party.
Nice.
And I had so much fun interacting with other people in a band that I just always wanted to be in a band again, but I could never find anybody my age. That's a really tough one to find.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of people my age like heavy metal and like to shred a lot.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with just being a rhythm guitarist. And it's funny because Tommy, the lead guitarist, told me, he goes, if you don't want to play any leads, just keep learning new instruments. That's how to keep you out of it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, then I ended up on Craigslist because I was like, man, I'm losing my mind a little bit. I go, I kind of want to be in a band.
Yeah.
I go, I'm kind of tired of writing my own stuff, and like, there's only me because I have a looper, so I just keep playing the same stuff.
So you're just
over and
jamming with
over
yourself
again.
at this time.
But so I ended up looking on Craigslist, ended up in a band. I was in it for about a year and a half or so. But towards the end of it, I just was more frustrated. And Sarah could tell that too. She's my fiance.
Yeah.
It's
more effort than it's worth kind of thing.
Yeah, I would come home just griping. Like, we had no goals. It just didn't seem like we were progressing as good as I wanted to.
Yeah.
And so I ended up leaving, and I didn't touch my guitar for like 5 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
Here, just bring that a little, just
Oh,
a
sorry.
click closer. It's all good. I just want to make sure. This is a good story. I
Yeah.
want to know how it progresses. I want people to hear it.
I didn't.
So
I
you just gave it up, and you're
I
like
gave it up. I was like
almost
and-
depressed again, kind of
yeah,
with it.
and my mom goes, you know, you have such a talent. Like, she just kept pushing me and pushing me.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, stop. Like, because I was so frustrated, and nothing against the people that I was in the band with
No.
before.
But you kind of had aspirations
Yeah.
of getting somewhere with it
Yeah.
and progressing,
Well,
and
not like being, oh my God, we're on the
Not
road
famous, but getting better.
24/7. Yeah, but being able to play anywhere we want in the area.
yeah,
Because that's what I would love to do. Like, we finally got to play at Varick Street with this band, and I was
with your
like-
current band,
yeah,
Broken
my
Rule.
current- yeah, Broken Rule.
Yeah.
And I was like, I go, Kevin, I can't believe it. I never thought I'd play on Varick Street, and here we are.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so I ended up leaving that old band for Broken Rule that I'm in now, and between that 5 months, I was on Craigslist probably like the last 2 months because I was like, yeah, you know, my mom keeps pushing me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm on Craigslist again, and I go, I'm not gonna reply to it yet. Couple weeks go by, I see it on there still. I go, not yet. It's not
You
right.
so the guys of Broken Rule were looking for someone.
Yeah.
On Craigslist. Okay. And you're like, let's keep it
Yeah.
on the back burner, and
I
then
was
it's
like,
still there.
and it's still in the back of my mind. About a month and a half goes by. I think this was the last time I go, turn the computer off. And then I ended up on Craigslist again. And I go, hey, Sarah, would you mind if I get in another band possibly? I go, if I audition and make it. She goes, yeah, as long as you don't come home griping like you used to. And I go, deal.
That's a great woman right there. She's being real with you.
No, she is. She always keeps me on my toes.
That's awesome, man. So you said let's risk the biscuit and we'll jump in.
Yeah, and I was super nervous because, like, you don't know anybody on Craigslist. You
Yeah.
don't, no idea.
I know. Before you know it, you're just doing some crazy stuff
Yeah,
in
so
today's day and age.
I end up texting the number that was on there, and it ended up being Kevin, who's a really awesome guy. So he goes, yeah, you know what, just come try out. I go, you know, I'm really hesitant because I just got out of a band a little while ago, and I go, just wasn't what I was looking for. We weren't headed in the right direction, in my opinion. Like, I don't want to try and trash talk anybody. That's not why I'm here.
Yeah. You don't want to step into another band and then
Have
say
the
we're having
same
another
thing.
conflict of opinion here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So did you kind of just air out with Kevin saying, hey, this is where I would like to see myself going. Is this what you're doing? Is this your plan? Or
I didn't right off the bat
No.
say that, but I ended up, so yeah, I texted him and he said, yeah, I'll take you to practice. And I was like taken back by that a little bit because I was like, I don't want to ride with someone who I just met off Craigslist. And
looking back, this is probably a funny
No,
story.
yeah,
now that
no,
you know the guy, right?
it's gonna get funny. So he's talking to me about the band, saying how Tommy's a really good guitar player, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna see for myself when we get there. So we're driving, and the practice spot is in like Ava Boonville area,
Oh, wow.
which used to be where my old band practiced.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that they were looking for a new rhythm guitarist, and I thought that they got him.
So you thought it was all going to circumvent back to your old band?
Yes.
Oh, no way. So you're
Yes.
like in the car like, oh, getting
Yeah, so like
heart
I was
beating
talking
probably.
to him the whole ride, and all of a sudden, I went quiet. Just
jeez.
completely stopped talking because we turned onto the same road.
this. Oh, my God. What are the odds of that?
I don't know. It scared me. Not that I don't, like I said, not that I don't hate anybody from the old band. It's
Right.
just I didn't want to get back into the same thing I was in.
Right, which makes sense. You didn't want to fall. How weird would that have been, though? Could you imagine if you pulled into the same band that you were just a part of?
I probably would have filled my britches. But yeah, so we're going on the road, and the way that Kevin tells this story is way funnier because he didn't, like, I'm just panicking the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
And so once we get up, I think they call it the Gorge, like that big hill that's on Hillside Road.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we were up towards there, and I just go, whoo! He goes, what's up? I go, we just went by the place where I used to practice. I go, I thought you were taking me to my old band. He goes, oh, no. We still got a while to go. I'm like, holy
That would have
moly.
been so funny. So then it was kind of like the icebreaker for you guys. You both had a little bit of a laugh. And
yeah, but the way that Kevin tells the story is so much better because he had like the outside view of it, of like me, myself going through that. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that was something else.
So you show up to band practice and you kind of meet everybody who's in the band now is still with you, right? How many members are there? 5, right? 5 members.
Yep.
So
Matt Fellows is the lead singer.
Lead singer Matt.
Tommy O'Rourke is the lead guitar. Kevin Pratt is the drummer, and Bobby Burns is the bassist, and I'm the rhythm guitarist.
Jeremy, Bobby, Matt, Kevin. Who's the one I forgot?
Oh, Jeremy, Bobby, Matt, Kevin,
Tommy.
Tommy.
Okay, so you met everybody right then and there, and
Yep. So I guess they said that they were looking for rhythm guitarists for a while, and I guess they had people that couldn't even play. Just you never know what you're gonna find on
a couple
Craigslist.
chords. Some people don't. They think it's an entry level band or something. But
And so I go, I'm not the best. I go, but I can play. He goes,
how long you been playing at this point? Like
10 years.
Okay, so this is recent that you joined Broken Rule.
Yeah, I haven't. End of January.
Will be a year
No, end of January I started.
of this year.
Yeah.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So this
So,
is all kind of
well,
fresh in the
I
deck
mean,
for you.
Like footsie there.
Hey,
Sorry. But yeah, no,
big
and
boy.
we've had like 7 gigs, and it's crazy. I'm just like, I went from nothing to
Almost overnight, huh?
I landed in a pile of roses. That's what I tell my mom.
Wow. I'm so happy for you, man, because like you
No,
said,
it's awesome. I have so much fun with this group of guys. It's crazy.
yeah, and it's kind of like, again, you're coming into your own skin with it, because now look how happy you are just with the 7 gigs and seeing where it's going, and you got on Varick Street, and you're doing all these things that you wanted to do.
Yeah, no, it's
got to be
so
great
much
to see
fun.
your dreams come to fruition.
If you see the picture, I forgot what it's called, on our Facebook page, you'll see me jumping in it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I just have so much fun, and you wouldn't believe the people that come up to me after and are just like, oh man, when I see you doing that, I want to get up there on stage with you and just
Really?
start playing.
It's so I love people like that, like performers. That's what the experience is about. So I haven't yet to see your band perform, unfortunately.
come out.
I know. I was going to stop by. You were at the Chadwick's Legion this past Friday,
Yeah, Friday.
and I had gotten tied up with some other engagements, but
That's all right.
Man.
We'll have more.
yeah, I'm excited to see you guys because, like I said, I'd love to see you kind of getting all that energy and everything, because that is the whole concert experience, especially on a local scene when it's otherwise pretty saturated with bands and
Oh, yeah,
everybody
there's
wants
a
to
lot
come
of
up.
bands.
Right, you got to kind of diversify yourself, create your own niche. And so you guys focus on a lot of like country and rock, right?
Yeah, we're mainly
Predominantly.
Matt has a perfect country voice.
He
So,
does. I was
yeah.
listening to some clips before you came here today, and great voice, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's not like I hate country or I'm in love with country, but it's country.
It's country. Yeah, it's music. It's a genre.
People,
yeah.
people like it.
And
They'll
so
come
you just
see
get
us.
excited by it. And
Any type of music, usually, like I can get excited for it if I'm in the right state of mind. Like when I'm not on stage, usually I'm the guy waiting to get on stage. Sometimes.
last show, he said he doesn't remember jumping that high. He's our jumping bean. That's what Broken Rule 2927
He's our
said.
jumping
And
bean.
Matt Rule 75. They're all watching, chiming in. Thanks for joining us today, guys. So you've only been with the band since January, and it's all piecing together. You guys are really clicking, it sounds like.
Yeah, no, with this band, it seems like there's goals. Kevin said it a lot. He's the coach of our band, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he runs practice. Kevin gets us all the gigs. I don't know how he does it. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Really don't know how you do it.
Broken
But-
Rule 2927 is Kevin, so
Oh,
he's chiming in as well.
all right. But, yeah, Tommy just, like, he's not afraid to yell at somebody if it's wrong. But he doesn't really yell, but he'll just be like, something doesn't sound right. Let's do it again.
Some motivational direction
Yeah,
almost.
And that's what you need.
Absolutely.
Like, because you don't just want to sit there at practice and just booze fest all day and not get
You guys
nothing
have a
done.
couple beers with the practices?
It's a couple, and that's it. Like,
Exactly.
I'll have 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Like, because it's, like, I take it seriously, like, but when we're out at shows, I have fun because we practice.
And you're comfortable in it almost?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, it's like, I get nervous every single time.
Yeah.
But I know that I got the parts down because we practiced.
Yes. That's awesome. I agree. You definitely need, whenever you're trying to take something like that as seriously as you are, and with all the ambition you have, you want to take it seriously, you got to have somebody kind of cracking the whip a little bit.
Yeah, and he's perfect for it.
That's great, man. Even on a kind of similar note, we're doing this weight loss thing at work, and I knew, I know I've been getting out of shape and all that, man. And I'm like, if I don't have someone, like I can go to Planet Fitness all I want. Anybody can. But a lot of people lose that motivation because you don't have someone over your shoulder saying, give me one more, So went back to Dojo 1 doing MMA, and just this past week having somebody in my ear like, come on, you're not quitting now, keep it moving, crack that whip on me. It's so much more motivational to me, and it drives me a little more. So it's awesome that you have Tommy there doing that for you guys.
Yeah, no, it's nobody's afraid to say something's wrong, and that's what's great. What?
Kevin said, tell Jeremy he's fired, he'll tell the story. What's that about?
He always fires. Somebody gets fired at least one time of practice. Sometimes I'll say I'm firing myself.
So you guys just like get sick of it and you're like, I'm done with this. That's so funny.
Yeah, usually when they get going on me, I'll say, you know what, guys, I'm done. But I'll never leave.
Yeah, I mean, when you find that camaraderie, it's kind of hard to step away
I'm
from.
having too much fun.
That's awesome, man. I'm very happy that you have found a band that you're very close knit with, and that you all have very similar aspirations, and that it's going very well for you guys. So the band itself started basically in January, right? Once all you came together and it was completed?
No,
or has Broken Rule been around?
They've been around for a little bit, in and out of different people. And they they started looking for a rhythm guitarist because I guess the guy they had before me, he had like arthritis in his hand and it was getting hard for him to play.
It's too bad.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I get to play now because of that, but I'm happy I'm in the band.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. So what's your next venue? You just played the Chadwick's Legion. You played Varick.
We're playing at the Lanterns.
Awesome, really?
This coming Saturday, yeah.
Awesome. That's my neck of the woods back there.
Really?
I grew up in Sequoia, so that's my that's my backyard.
You should come out and check us.
This Saturday?
Yeah, I believe. Let me check the events page.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm really enjoying the fact that I have you coming on. I have a couple other local musicians coming on in local bands. It just kind of spread that local music scene, you know?
Yeah, no, it's like there's a bunch of other bands that were playing at the Cancer Jam with us. I didn't get to see a few of them, like Jenny and the Buckshot 5, but I know they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't think of any of the other bands' names, but I know Scott Allen because he introduced me to himself. He introduced me, and he's a pretty cool guy. He drums for them. I don't know when their next performance is or anything like that, but yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, I know that guy. Did you find the date on the?
Oh, I completely forgot.
It's okay. That's what happens in the show. It's lost guidance for a reason, bro. We're all a little lost.
Here it is. It's Saturday, April 27th, 8 o'clock, I believe it starts.
April 27th, 8 o'clock. Saturday, April 27th, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that'll be at the Lanterns up in, that's considered almost Frankfurt, right? But it's in the Sequoia area. Cassville, something like that. It's
Clayville or something.
Clayville, Cassville. It's in the boonies. It's in the back roads, but it's a cool little venue. If anybody's not been there, one of them little dive bars on a country road that you love going to.
Oh,
so that'll be
I love
exciting.
The dive bars because everybody just gets so sloppy.
Yeah,
it's so fun.
Yeah, when you have basically a packed broom closet full of people and everybody's dancing, it's so much fun.
Yeah, no, when people start dancing, I can't stop smiling because usually I'm the one dancing.
Yeah,
just doing dumb stuff, but
jamming out.
That's the whole point of it.
Matt Rule said Jeremy really helped me to loosen up on stage. His energy is seriously contagious. So that's awesome that you guys are all having an impact on each other.
Yeah,
you got Tommy giving you the whip when you need it, and then you giving them the kind of the boost of energy when they need it.
Yeah,
very symbiotic.
There's a song we do by Garth Brooks. It's
Low Places.
Yeah, Low Places.
Are you kidding me? Please play that on Saturday.
No, we probably will. And whenever Matt sings it, he does the third verse for it. That one, it's like, I'm going back to the bar. And that's my favorite part because he does it so good and his voice gets raspy and I'm just going,
man, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's just fun.
It seems like you're having a great time, so I'm very happy for you guys. And like I said, anytime I'm having a chance to witness and promote local music content, I'm all for it. Because even last week when I went to that Thaw the Lake Festival or whatever out in Ithaca, some of the bands I saw there, I can't wait to go see again. Like the Swamp Kids, first and foremost, they just have this great soulful, funky sound. They have a brass section, trombone and trumpet and sax and all that. And
See, that's awesome.
that stuff
I wish
is so
I could
cool.
know every single instrument there was to play.
I was going to ask you if you could learn it, because you know how many instruments now.
Mandolin, guitar, keyboard. I tried to play the banjo, but it took me longer than expected.
Yeah.
So I gave it up for a little bit.
Yeah.
I dabble in the drums a little bit. Tell Kevin that he's fired.
Kevin, you're fired. So you're kind of a man of many talents, but what is one instrument you wish you could learn?
Oh, man. That's a tough one. I don't think there would be one.
No? If someone came down and said, I'll give you the gift of mastering one instrument, you wouldn't have one?
I mean, I'm not that great at guitar, but
Just
I'm all right. I probably don't give myself enough credit
Yeah.
for what I do, but
Yeah.
might be the trumpet.
Trumpet is a really cool one. I love like brass instruments like that where you can add the mute to it and it's got that real like, especially a trumpet, like downtown 20s kind of jazz feel to it.
I almost said the Head and the Heart. It's not them. It's Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats. You ever hear that band?
Yes, I have their CD in my car.
Really?
Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats. Yeah. I love them, dude.
I love that band.
Oh
Like,
my
even
God.
though I think he's playing on a trombone.
Yeah.
But just to have a brass section.
Yeah, dude. They have that song Howlin' at Nothing, and it's like I'm in a 50s malt shop, like
They're really good.
yeah.
I guess we're gonna have a fiddle player playing with us pretty soon.
No, that's so
Like,
cool.
she's gonna just come to a few shows because she's not part of our group. But
Right.
I guess Kevin and Tommy know her real well, and she's gonna come play. I can't wait.
Man,
for her.
fiddle,
I think
man.
her name's Liz.
Liz?
Yeah.
Dude, fiddle is like the coolest instrument to incorporate. I love seeing, there's those two guys, Nick and Jay, I think. They come down to like Nail Creek and they play like banjo and fiddle together. Excuse me. And they just tear it up. And that is like such a cool instrument, especially doing country music when you can incorporate a fiddle, like a real shredder.
No, that's because I think
Very cool.
We play an
Liz Friddle. Is that a real name? Liz Friddle? That's what he said.
I'm not
That's what
sure
Kev said.
what her last name
Liz
is.
Friddle on the fiddle, huh? That would be crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait. If they think I get crazy now, I'll probably get a little crazier, if that's possible.
They both said banjo. They would want you to learn banjo, I believe.
I mean, I can try.
He could try. He's coming up to it. I played saxophone for years, and I still have one, tenor sax, and it's an instrument that I could still read music and play, and I know all the notes, but like every once in a while when I pick it back up, I think I'll be better than I am, and then my fingers just don't move as fast.
Yeah.
So I'd like to kind of get a nicer one that sounds cleaner and get back into it. And it's one of those things where as long as you're trying to polish it up and learn a little bit, you'll always get a little better. You
Yeah.
just can't let it go to the wayside for too long. So banjo, man, I say pick it back up.
Yeah, I used to play alto sax in fifth and sixth grade. I
Why do you
believe
stick with it, man?
Because back in the day, or
You just want the girls in fifth grade.
no, but you're like band geek.
Yes, yeah, no, I agree. It was kind of hard to stick with it. I played up through high school, so.
There's so much stuff you got to live through when you're going through that stage of your life, especially if you're getting called a band geek back in the day.
Yeah, I had that enough, but luckily I was a bit of a geek, so I just kind of was all in one.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first performance I ever did was at my fifth grade winter concert. I played Across the Stars from Star Wars. I'm like this chubby little kid in a pink shirt. I remember it all so clear. It's so funny. But yeah, I could see that band geek thing, and so you just kind of determined, I'll go to guitar instead a few years later, right? Or was it always in your mind you wanted to do it?
It wasn't. I never even thought about playing guitar
Ever?
until my music teacher in 8th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. It's pretty interesting.
I don't even remember really much listening to music besides at church when I was younger and maybe car rides. That's it.
Yeah.
Was
Wow.
never into music like I am now.
So what are your like top bands now? Nathaniel Ratliff, you said.
Yeah. I like The Head and the Heart.
Oh, nice.
What was I listening to this morning? I think it was the songs that we have as our set list because I constantly practice them. But
Oh, and you just.
yeah, one of my top bands is Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats. Oh, also Green Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, love
Classic.
Green Day.
Yeah, classic. That's like Pearl Jam for me is my go-to turn to band. You know, so that's cool, man. Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting music coming up these days.
And I like more of this folk rock stuff like Mumford & Sons too.
Yeah, it's kind of like going back to
good.
the roots, but with today's musicality and technology to it. So that's really cool.
It's really good.
Yeah, and another one is a local that I've been listening to a lot. A local band out of Austin, Texas, Grady Spencer and the Work. The real low key. I mean, they just released a single for their new album coming out in June, and I think it has like 400 views. But like they just kick so much ass. I'll show you them after we leave or something. But like you said, it's kind of cool seeing a lot of different folk genre coming up. I think it's time that we're just shying away from like having one or two or three genres in mainstream media.
Yeah.
You know, like nowadays you get pop, you get a little rock, you get a little hip hop, you get all these different kind of things all on one station because it's like especially the hit stations, like what's popular now, and it could be all over the spectrum.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see that, I think, and I think it inspires other bands to do that as well.
Yeah.
So do you guys get any inspiration from like a particular band, a particular genre, other than just like saying you want to be a country oriented band? Like, is there somebody you embody or, you know, embrace or look to for how they set an example?
I don't really. You know, I wish that I played the guitar before listening to any music, so that way I could have developed my own style
Yeah.
before taking on other people's styles.
Right.
But I don't know if I try to be like somebody else necessarily or have them as my leader, because how am I going to be myself if I'm always looking at somebody else?
Right. Right. So you don't look to like someone like
I mean, I could possibly and say like that's cool. I like the way you did
or
that.
like Johnny Cash. You know how he always used to
yeah.
point with his guitar. Like
Yeah.
you don't do some of that, maybe.
I don't point the guitar,
You got it, man.
but I do jump a lot.
Point them out.
You know what? I might steal that.
Yeah, the old crazy point. He always used to like
Yeah,
get
raise
ready,
it up real high.
boom. That's awesome. So there was another question I wanted to ask you. So you play like mandolin and all that, right?
Yeah.
Do you like enjoy that? Do you find any of those more enjoyable than normal guitar? Like, do you have a preference to an instrument?
I like the mandolin mainly because there's not a lot of bands that use it.
Yeah, that's true.
And it adds a nice little flavor to some of the songs we do. Like, we can't use it for everything. I think there's 4 songs we use it for now.
Yeah.
But every time it comes out after the show, somebody's like, man, that mandolin is awesome. And it never fails.
Yeah, that's cool. Like you said, it's kind of an instrument you don't see incorporated a lot. When I hear mandolin, I think of like a squire in medieval times. You know, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I think I had a mandolin just because I listened to Copperhead Road a lot, and it has it in there.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why. So I went out and bought a $600 mandolin.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, why?
0 to 100 real
Yeah.
quick. That's how we do it.
But it wasn't an electric one. So now I have an electric one. And, well, first, when I did get that, none of the band members knew that I knew how to play mandolin. And then I think I told Kevin, I was like, yeah, I know how to play mandolin a little bit. He goes, well, bring it. And, well, because I go, the only reason why I got it was to play Copperhead Road. So I knew nothing about the mandolin. I basically learned majority of the chords in like 1 week.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a huge difference between guitar and mandolin?
Kind of, but not really.
Yeah.
Just the chord positions and... You know, I pick a lot faster on the mandolin than I do on the guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it's smaller strings or lighter strings, or
No.
it's just like more put together? I don't know. Why can you pick it faster?
I don't know. I'm not.
You can just do it. You're not technically aware of why you can just do it.
I don't know, but I see in like bluegrass music they tend to do that a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm not a very good mandolin player at all. But I do play it, and I do get like not appreciate but applaud like at the end. It's
a cool instrument.
People will ask me how long you been playing mandolin. I'll say like month and a half, 2 months.
That's so funny. Do you play like ukulele and all that too?
I do have a ukulele.
Those are cool.
Sarah's been picking that up, and
Cool.
I'm sure Kevin's gonna write something. What instrument doesn't this kid have?
Yes, he is. Kevin and Matt are chiming in over here. I love it. I'm glad you guys are chiming in. This is making the conversation great. I'm getting some insights from your perspective, so keep them coming.
Don't say too much.
Yeah, say it all, boys. We're live here today. Lost Guidance. No, so that's really awesome, man. And it's cool that you're kind of taking the initiative to cross over your instruments and expand your horizon. And so
Mainly because I don't want to play lead guitar.
is that it? You're trying to shy away from being the lead guitarist?
Yeah.
Are they trying to...
No, they just want to throw me in a little bit. Tommy will always be lead guitar.
Right, like alternate almost, though, kind of, right?
Yeah, give me a little bit here and there, so I got to pick up a few more instruments so that way.
Do you not want to do it out of, like, shyness, or...
I don't know.
Are you just self-deprecating, my friend Jeremy? What are you doing?
I don't know.
You could do it, man.
I know I could do it.
Yeah.
But I just want to jump up and down and run around as the rhythm guitarist. That's it.
They both said you're not giving yourself enough credit, and you're a joy to have, and they're lucky to have you.
Well,
so
thanks, guys.
it sounds like the world wants Jeremy on first guitar for one of these songs at the Lanterns, bro.
Yeah, they I couldn't go to practice one time, so they ended up throwing a couple songs at me without even me knowing. I'm looking back at Kevin like, what the fuck? Yeah, what is going on right now? I don't know this song.
You broke the rules.
And so we were playing, I think it was Dead Roses or Dead Flowers by Rolling Stones. I'm not sure what the song
I think it's
title's
called Dead Roses, right?
I'm not sure. I might be Dead Flowers.
Guys, come on, quick.
But anyways, so it comes to the lead guitar part. Bam, they look at me, and I'm like...
Deer in the headlights.
Just got to whip something out of nowhere.
Oh, God.
And Matt goes, that was pretty good.
And then you go, dun, 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 dun. It's Dead Flowers. Thanks, Kevin.
And I was just like, man, you guys would do something like that.
They just all put you on the spot?
Yeah.
So did they collectively know they were going to do this to you? Oh, that's so awesome.
They all knew it. I didn't because I couldn't go to the last
You're like,
practice.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
Tommy stepped back from the microphone.
And you played. Did you do it?
Yeah.
And you did well?
I did. I think I did okay.
I think that's their way of saying either you're going to sink or swim now, little guy, little grasshopper. So
Tommy keeps telling me he's going to throw some at me.
yeah, that's awesome, though.
Well,
I say embrace it, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
I should.
And it's awesome that they appreciate you for your talent, and they're saying, I think a real band group, like you said, guys who are all with a like mind, trying to go for a similar goal of, playing in all the local areas and stuff. I think they would tell you honestly, like, hey, maybe it's not the best direction to have you lead sing. If they're saying like, we want you to do this, give yourself some more credit, do it, man. Embrace it. That's life. Take a shot.
I just love jumping around, and
you'd rather be the hype man, huh?
I'd rather be there jumping and occasionally miss a note because I'm having too much fun.
That's awesome.
But that's all in a live.
That's rock and roll, baby. That's business.
You're never gonna be perfect every time.
No. I think that's what makes it perfect is the imperfections,
Yeah.
as a bit of a conundrum as that is.
Yeah.
It's like, man, like one of the best concerts I've ever been to is when I went and saw Pearl Jam in Cincinnati. And I remember clear as day when it's like getting toward the end of the show. And I think he was playing like Lightning Bolt or something. And he starts just throwing his guitar up in the air, throwing it. And he just tosses it. Eddie Vedder tosses it up in the air. And he goes like this. And he just lets the guitar drop, right? Smash it, cracks in half. Then he picks it up and just starts beating it all over the ground. And he's just like,
I mean,
that was not scripted, and you're like, yeah, rock and roll.
If I had that money, I'd do that too, because then I could just get another Fender without paying up the A for it.
Yeah, I agree. Like, we couldn't do anything like that. I would never try to break any of my equipment.
I barely
anyway.
even let anybody touch the guitar I have now.
I know, right? That's your baby, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You don't have the luxury of 100,000 of them. Tell me about "Feel Like Making Love."
Oh, the song that they
also did that to you, huh?
Yeah, the right after we play "Buy Me a Boat," because it's like the same chord progression.
Yeah.
They go right into that song, and that song, I was like, I look back again and I go, what? Like, What are you guys? You guys just plotting
So this is
against
all one show that they did this twice?
No,
Or
this
two
was
different
at
shows?
practice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think they do that to me at
Oh,
a show.
both are at practice.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I hope they wouldn't do that to me at a show.
That would be so awesome.
I mean, I'd go along with it because you gotta. But
Guys, that's a challenge, I believe, Matt and Kevin.
no, that is not a challenge. Don't listen to him.
I'm very persuasive. So they did the same thing, and you just kind of were left to swim or sink, huh?
Yeah, I think I swam.
Good, man.
I like to think that.
It's kind of like they're taking the training wheels off every so often then. I think that's a good thing.
I need that. This is only my second band.
Yeah. And for one that you haven't been in long, it's kind of good that they're trying to take you to the next level almost quickly because they believe in you. So that's awesome.
And that's why I said before, I love this band because it's like we have goals. It's
Right.
like we're not just there dinking around. We have places we want to play. We have goals.
And you work well together, and you all want to
Yeah.
achieve those goals, but do it in a fun way. Very inspiring for anyone who wants to kind of get into the local music industry or start a band. I would say.
You just gotta find the right people.
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
like if somebody's out there right now wanting to start a band, it's find the right people.
Yeah,
That's the one
who
tip.
want it just as bad as you do.
Yeah,
'Cause
whatever
you hang-
it is.
If you hang around negative people, you're gonna become negative.
That's true.
But everybody in the band has a good attitude.
Yeah.
And it's fun just to be around them. Like, if we take a week off, I'll just be like, man, I want to get back to practice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. It's good that you're all feeling determined by it too, and it kind of is telling you guys like it's like your motivational fuel to keep
Yeah.
going. Like, all right, guys, let's not slack. And it's cool to have 4 other members to feed off. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
'cause-
sure you're all texting each other like, hey, let's get back into it.
Because I played mandolin with Tommy once at Pizza Boys when he was playing. I can't remember the other guy's name he was playing with. But the energy wasn't the same because it was like an acoustic duo thing. And I'm like, man, I want to look back, see Kevin. I want to see Matt singing. I'm like, where
Right.
is everybody?
Right? Yeah, the group ain't together.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That you guys are building this bond between you. You know. All right, so whoever's out there thinking that they want to start a band, you got to keep looking for the right people. And
Yeah.
I think that's probably the same for a lot of things. Whenever you're around, even when I was starting this podcast, the people who I would share it with in its very infant stages would say things like, oh yeah, this could be better, this could sound better, or I was always self-deprecating, like, oh man, that doesn't sound perfect. And then I find myself a year and a half later around a whole different group of people who are like, just run it, just run
Yeah.
the ball,
That's-
just take it and go. And
what
that's
you
what you
gotta
need.
do.
Yeah, people who are encouraging you and saying, yeah, it's not perfect, we're going to get better, keep it moving, like.
Surround yourself with people who want you to do good. Because there's people out there who will say that they're your friends, but meanwhile they're hoping you don't do as good as you really do.
I agree. And that's kind of like a life lesson that we learn over time, I believe, is that sometimes the people who you are familiar with over time aren't exactly the best people to surround yourself with. And
Yep.
it's maybe hopping on Craigslist to fulfill your needs of musical desire. Like if you want to find the right people, maybe you need to go outside the box. Maybe you're not going to get that from the people you know. You need to just
Yeah.
start looking elsewhere. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's probably the hardest and biggest step is just to recognize the need for it. Like, I need to change something up. I'm not around people making me get better. I'm not around a band that's making me thrive or want to reach my goals. I need to change something up. And it's really cool that you had this self-awareness to go out and take that step and say, I'm gonna get into a band that wants to do what I want to do, basically.
Yeah, who wants it as bad as I do.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's I can't say it enough. It's so much fun when you're playing out there, and next thing you know, we're all jumping and
Yeah. Burning down soon in June, huh?
yeah, I can't wait.
That will be an excellent venue for you guys. How cool.
Never thought I'd be playing there either.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I'm just like, what?
So
How
Kevin's kind of like
he's the guy. I don't know.
he's the guy.
I don't know how he does it.
Well, Kevin, I also wanted to say thank you for the offer. He said if I wanted to come up to the Lanterns and kind of give a shout out, introduce you guys, the band, and give myself a shout out or whatever I could, I will absolutely take you up on that, Kevin. That would be fantastic. And I look forward to seeing you guys play anyway. So I wanted to be there for you and give you
Yeah.
some support. So yeah, we'll definitely connect on that. That'll be really cool. But Vernon Downs, what a huge venue.
Yeah, I've never even been in there.
And you're going to reach a whole different population of people
Yeah.
too, you know? Chain smokers, elderly, people who want to win money, drunks, all,
Yeah.
you know, everybody who wants to have a good
My
time.
favorite people are the people at the dive bars, and I hope there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, yeah, those kind of grungy people, man. That's the real market. So out of your 7 venues you played so far, which one was your favorite?
I don't think it's been 7 different venues. We played at
Just 7 shows.
Backroads Tavern twice so
Okay.
far. I really like that place.
Where is Backroads Tavern?
Out near Canastota.
Oh, okay.
We also played at the Varick Street Bar, the Sanctuary. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that happened like a month ago or something, or a couple weeks back, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Nice.
But that was pretty fun to play there because, like I said, I never thought I'd be on Varick Street. But
Yeah.
damn, there we were.
Yeah.
Even though it's on like Sunset Ave, or it's close.
It's close enough. Yeah.
I'll take it.
It's a
as
stone's
Varick
throw
Street.
from the Varick Street. Yeah.
But
That-
yeah, there's that place. We played at the Polish Home. That was cool because that was an actual real stage, and I never thought it was one that you had to like walk up through in the back and then get on.
Really?
Yeah, and that's where he took the video of me playing that
The piano?
Charlie Brown theme
Oh
song
yeah, I
or
saw
whatever.
that. So that's cool. The Polish Home. I don't even know where that
it's
is.
in Rome.
That's in Rome,
Yeah.
and it's like a Polish community center.
I'm not too sure.
Seems like a weird name for a place.
The
home for the Polish. What?
I'm not too sure, but that's where they had the Cancer Jam there, and
Oh,
we
awesome.
played at that. Yeah.
Anytime you can get into a venue like that where it's really supporting a good cause too.
Yeah.
It's great to have your name associated with something like that.
Yep.
You know, like, oh, I saw those guys at the cancer benefit. They're probably good guys. You know.
Yeah.
That's cool that Kevin's kind of having the wherewithal to do that as well and get you into some important things in the community.
I can't remember who got us that. I don't.
Oh, it might not. Okay, I thought he was kind of like your exclusive
He does majority of
bookie or
it.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, he does majority of it.
awesome.
Damn.
Especially the people at the dance floor. You never know what's going to happen at those smaller bars. I agree,
Is
man.
that what?
That's what Matt said. Yeah,
Oh boy, he's
yeah.
the.
Do you have a particular instance of
I don't.
a story where you've seen someone get crazy, or
Yeah, I do.
let's hear it
So there was this lady.
right here, right into the mic, baby.
There
Own
was
it.
this lady there, and I don't know if she was just too drunk to know what she was doing. But I
Good start.
I don't want to. I don't know if I want to say it on here because God forbid if she's watching.
Okay,
at some
fair enough.
point.
Fair enough. You've just seen people act a fool.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that too, and that is kind of the fun environment of it. You always get a great story.
Especially when when Matt starts singing the "Drink in My Hand" and it has that little Peeky Boo, the tattoo playing Peeky Boo on your back. See people showing the back
Oh no, really?
the back stamp.
The old stamps, the old tramp stamps, huh? This is a song, not an invitation, people.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
specify that. You might have to put an asterisk in the song.
and Matt's usually always pretty good with interacting with people. Like, cause him as the lead singer, he's always gonna get all the attention from the ladies.
Matt said, "Go ahead and tell the story."
All right, here I go.
So I take it Matt knows her. I'm in, dude. This is awesome.
I don't know if Matt knows her. But I'm
Okay,
gonna tell
you
it
said go
anyway.
ahead, Matt. We got your okay. We're telling the story.
All right, so
I love it. I love these guys. I haven't even met them yet. I love you both. You're encouraging some good content.
so we're playing and everybody's just getting more drunk and more drunk.
Oh, go figure.
And yeah. So she's out there dancing. Next thing you know, she's doing this.
Oh boy.
showing off the
Oh
cleavage.
no.
And I'm looking at Matt. I'm like, Matt, what is going on? Next thing you know, they're all up there dancing, and she went to grab Matt's hand and like tried to rub her ass with it.
Wow.
Yeah. There was some crazy.
She was trying to
stuff.
self-grope.
Yeah, with his hand. But so to get to the tramp stamp story,
Okay.
Matt told me that he was saying, because I don't know, I was probably jumping around doing something stupid.
Yeah.
But he told me like when he went to that part where you got that little tattoo playing, she was like lowering her pants, And I guess somebody ran up to her and like hiked him back up, cause like by the pool table, cause it was getting a little serious.
Oh my God, she was dropping trow almost.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is you don't even got to tell me where it was. That is just crazy. Some people have a little too much booze and get too into the Copperhead Road or something, and they don't even know what to do.
Yeah, no, that's why I only usually have maybe 3 at the most.
Yeah.
Cause I want to put on a show. I don't want to be sloppy and
Right.
have people say, "Oh, did you hear that guy? He's terrible." Because people like to spread a lot of bad news, but if you're good, you got to consistently be good.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. It doesn't matter if someone sees you 9 times and they say, "Oh, they're pretty good." It's that one time when you fall off the stage drunk or something, or look like a jerk, that they're like, "Oh, there's that."
Not going to see that.
There's
guy.
that guy. Yeah, I remember him. So it's kind of cool that you're aware of your image, but also having a good time. Like you don't need the booze to have a good time, but you can
I
let
like
loose
to
a
do
little.
it just as a social thing.
Yeah.
But just to let people know, oh, he's having a beer. Oh, all right.
Yeah, he's
support
down
the
to earth.
place.
Yeah, cool.
So I keep getting away from the microphone.
The drummer, Kevin says, the drummer gets nothing. Matt goes, I don't know her, but that was crazy. I did
Come
nothing.
on, guys. You guys are arguing on the podcast.
They are. Dude, I'll show you this after. It's just back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. It's so great, dude. I should have had you pull up Twitch on your phone before we start so you could read it while we're going. But
I think I got the app.
you could probably pull it up. It just might play your music or whatever. But this is great. I'm so glad that you guys chimed in. It's making this episode a 1 in a million. So yeah, anytime you're dealing with like local loons or people just having a good time and had too much to drink, it's always a fun time. That's where the real stories come from. I remember one time when I was down at Lucan's.
Oh, jeez.
It's okay. Just kill the volume, mute it or whatever. I was down at Lucan's, and you know Rainbow, of course, the notorious Rainbow of the area.
Mm-mm.
You don't know who Rainbow is?
Is that the guitarist?
The guy
who
who walks around with a guitar and he's like, oh.
I've heard of him. I've never.
Well, I've heard a number of things. He had a drug problem. He got like poisoned or something, and he's got mental disabilities and all this. Then I hear he's like a millionaire. There's all these rumors. He's just an anomaly of the area. So Rainbow walks into Lucan's one night, and he's notorious for having a broken instrument that he just wails on. I've got so many Rainbow stories, dude. He's always got a broken instrument to wail on, and he's always just tweaked out, like rubbing his ear and just jawing all over the place. So he comes into Lucan's, and this band's playing. I think it was Annie in the Water. He comes up, and he's like relentless. He's always relentless when there's a band there. He's like, I want to play, basically. I want to play. And somewhere on my old cell phone, I have this video. I'll try and find it and share it to the Facebook page. They invite Rainbow on stage, and they start, and I don't know what he tells him, but he's like, do you know this song? They start playing this song, and he sang an entire song in Cambodian beautifully.
What?
Beautifully.
It wasn't Island in Cambodia.
Dude, no, it was like, ooh, wah, and he's got like this deep, raspy voice, but it's like, he knows what he's singing, and it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. And I'm like...
That's why I don't sing, because it'll be the worst thing I've ever heard.
No, dude, I don't believe that at all. I just heard a tweaked out guy with no teeth on stage singing in Cambodian. I think you'll be fine. It was impressive, though, and that's what I was getting at. Is like those types of venues, or when you're in like a small local bar. So I mean, you don't know what will happen. You might just have some random... Everybody, look at Ruby's little head. I hope you can see it in the lighting, but her little head is resting on the table. She's chilling out with us. Dude, your dog is so funny. I remember you texted me, or you called me today, and you say, hey, can I bring a 4.5 pound dog? She's not feeling well. And I'm like, trying to calculate, how big does a dog have to be to 4 pounds? And like, palm sized? And pretty much.
She's in my fleece right now.
Yeah, little Ruby, not feeling so well, huh?
Yeah, she went to the vet a couple days ago, and it's just been kind of up and down.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're all right with little Rubies.
I think it was she had like 3 shots or something.
I've never seen a dog this is the first. Having a dog just sit in someone's jacket the whole episode and not even make a peep. She's just been nodding out, resting on the table.
Yeah, no, she's a really good dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first got her, we got her in Bridgeport. As soon as we got there, the lady handed the dog to Sarah, and I go, we're not leaving without this dog. I go, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I go, I have a dog now.
That's awesome, man. What a little cutie, too.
Yeah.
Big ol' ears.
Can't understand me? Is that from you, Kevin?
You can't understand. No, Rainbow.
Oh,
Can't understand Rainbow. You're just jumping in at the tail end of the conversation, so you'd have to like probably go back through the feed and watch it. But,
I'm not even gonna look at this because it's gonna throw me.
I know, yeah. So Rainbow, yeah, he's quite an anomaly. That's a hell of a time. I'm gonna try and find that footage, and I'll share it to the Lost Guidance Facebook page if I can. It's pretty impressive. So, quite an interesting story there about the tramp stamps, and
yeah.
So
that's why I love like the dive bars because everybody.
Yeah. Do you have a particular dive bar that's like your favorite in the area or that you frequent?
I actually don't even really go out anymore. Kevin can attest to this.
Yeah.
Everybody that meet Sarah and I, they call us the oldest young couple they've ever met because we're usually laying in bed by 9, asleep by 10.
Nice.
Even on Friday nights.
Reading the periodicals.
Unless we're out playing, that's the only time I'm up late.
Well, you got to get up early to have all your oats and bran muffins and
come on.
you got to have your tapioca pudding
coffee,
and a little fiber.
What time is that? I got coffee. And
1 in the afternoon, perfectly on the nose. So, yeah, you're not that old. You're only like 28, right? 27 years old.
Yeah.
So you just kind of
like I'm 75.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes that's nice though, man. A little bit of downtime, especially when you go hard every few weeks at these venues and you let it out of your system. And
for 45 minutes straight, I was going nuts at the Cancer Jam.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't stop.
And
by the end of it, I was like, guys, I'm so tired. I need to go home.
Like you ran a marathon.
Yeah.
So really, you're just fermenting all this energy till the next venue. That's why you got to be in bed early. Yeah.
I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah, exactly, baby. Ferment the energy. Kevin goes out often to support the local bands. That's awesome. I agree. That's somewhere that
that's what I need to start doing.
That's where you see the music. Yeah, that's what's awesome. You go to like Varick Street on Saranac Thursdays and all that, right?
I didn't the past 2 or 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
It's awesome to see how many cool and unique bands, and also on the other side of the coin, how many well-known bands like Blues Travelers coming back, Dirty Heads, Moe, and all that. So, but then you get really, Gridley Page goes there pretty often and stuff like that. And then you have The Bomb and like all those bands that are well known in the area. So
hopefully we'll be up there soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe in you guys. You definitely will. Any band who has it in their mindset like that, like the way that you guys do, that it has this great rapport between them, this playful kind of teasing, but also be serious. Yeah. You guys are destined for great things, and I believe in you guys.
Everybody usually says at the end of the show, it looks awesome that you guys are just up there interacting with each other. But like we said earlier, that's all part of the show.
Yeah, exactly. And you could definitely pick up on music groups that are not clicking, you know?
Yeah, it
shows. When one feels like he's stepping on the other one's toes, or they're not having a good time, they're just being stiff or whatever.
You can't be like that.
No, it shows in your music, in your performance. Whenever,
like I said, Tommy's the coach. If something's wrong, he's gonna say it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not like intended to be mean. It's just we want to be good.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tommy's the whip cracker. Kevin's the kind of the talent acquisition. Do the remaining members have a niche kind of thing? Each one has their role.
I'm not too sure because I'm still fairly new to the band. I basically just show up, and I'm not like lead singer disorder stuff, but I just show up and plug in and play because that's all I really need to do. I mean, I help everybody with their equipment, but Kevin and Tommy are the two people that handle everything mainly.
Yeah. Are you finding you're learning more about other people's equipment and all that and kind of getting that knowledge?
Every time John Foley, I think his last name's Foley, John Foley, will usually run sound for us, and I look at his soundboard, it's like
amazing.
It's huge.
I think I saw one of you guys, or the Broken Rule fan page had put up a picture of your sound guy and what he was working with, and that was like...
I look at it, and he starts talking about it, and I'm like...
I know.
Ugh. I go, I'm not going to be able to understand that.
But you will over the years, play. I'm sure, you know? But yeah, I mean, you look at like my little setup here, and this is enough to do...
I don't even know
proficient
what that
audio.
Does.
just a headphone amp and an audio interface. But like that's proficient enough to do the editing and stuff that I do. And then I look at these guys' soundboards, like you said, and all the different various things you can do.
Like he clicks a button and it moves itself, like it's programmed.
Really? Oh, so it sets its own tones for whatever song you're doing, kind of thing.
Or for like, say he'll save it and because he'll probably do another band, and then he'll click that preset button, and it'll just move it for our
That
band
is
or something.
crazy.
Yeah, I was just like,
That's stuff I would equally like to learn. So I think that's kind of a cool, happy medium that that like content providers and music can kind of come to, and that's where I hope to reach one day with the Lost Guidance podcast, is being able to understand media editing and recording so well that I could have on live guests that perform music. You know, you saw my keyboard and guitar out there. I'd love to have you play a song if I had the means to do it. So, you know, maybe in the near future I have Broken Rule on and you guys do a live. That'd be awesome, right? Yeah. So it's not out of the question there, Kevin and Matt and Jeremy and Tommy and Bobby. So be ready. Lost Guidance live podcast music production. So you never know. But yeah, it's cool to see, you know, whenever you're in an environment like that, where you're a little green to it, and you can learn all of the different instruments, the different editing, how they're plugging in, because whenever you're dealing with electronics, especially, you go chord to chord to chord to interface to, and it's just running chords everywhere and all these different, you know, ports, and it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, our lead guitar player, I think, has 4, maybe 5 pedals at the most. And I look at that and I go, how do those even go together? Like, it's all foreign to me.
I know.
I just have a Black Star amp that I just hook the one chord into, and I step on something and it gives me a different sound. Sound that I want.
That's awesome. Yeah, but it's, I'm sure as you will go, you'll learn more about everything. And that's how I was even starting this when I recorded that intro that everybody heard.
I like that intro.
Thank you very much. I wrote all of them lyrics. I recorded my own voice, edited the voice. That's all my voice. It just doesn't sound like me. I wrote the song, the piano song and everything, and then I recorded it. And so to figure out how to get my piano to plug into my computer or record through my computer through my audio interface and where all the chords need to go, it took me like a month of like just constant research to make sure I'm getting the best sound quality I could get. So I can imagine those guys have a lot of experience, and that'll rub off on you. You know, that's kind of part of it.
Yeah, I'm learning and I'm growing with this band. Like I said, Tommy's a really good lead guitar player, and I'm sure he'll show me the ropes when the time comes.
Yeah. Jeremy, how many times do you change guitars during a show?
My God, that's got to be Kevin.
Matt.
That was Matt.
And Kevin, though, thank you very much. I appreciate that. He said anything we can do to help support and promote you, just name it. Likewise, man, I'm all for spreading local content. You guys are a really great band doing good things, especially with the cancer fundraiser and everything. Yeah. So I love the mutually respecting and reciprocal love of the community content. So absolutely. Likewise to you guys. I'll be promoting Broken Rule till the day I die. Mm-hmm. So right on to you. But yeah, how many times do you change your guitar a lot just for strings or sound, or how many guitars do you have?
I think they set up the set list sometimes just so I constantly change, but that's just me busting their balls right now.
How many do you cycle through? How many do you have?
I bring the mandolin, the acoustic guitar, and my electric guitar.
Okay.
And so there'll be like 2 songs, then I'll switch to the acoustic. Be like 2 songs, then I'll switch back to the electric. 2 songs. Next thing you know, I'm on the mandolin. And then
so
I'm
they're
back
just keeping
to
you
the
busy.
electric. Yeah, and during the last show, Matt goes, well, we got to give him a workout, so he's changing right now. Next thing you know, next song, I'm changing again.
They're just like seeing all the energy. They're like, go burn some of that off. Switch instruments, would you? That's cool, though. It keeps you busy and kind of gives you a fresh perspective and sound and everything like that. So it brings a lot to the table.
Yeah, the mandolin definitely brings a whole different sound to it. It's nice.
Do you have other members that are switching instruments? Like, or are you like the one that's kind of like the almost like the interchangeable accessory sound, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Tommy goes from electric to acoustic sometimes, depending on which song we do. If it's with mandolin or not, he'll go to acoustic.
Oh, okay.
But that's about it.
Cool. I wasn't sure if you like throw like tambourines and triangles in there randomly, or you know what I mean?
No, Kevin has an electronic drum set that at practice.
Oh, cool.
It'll be like dead silent or something, and then he'll just hit it and it'll go, whoa, yeah!
I love that you just did that.
No, it's so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been looking into getting an electronic drum set.
I have one.
Do you? Is it cool?
It's all right.
Can you plug it right into a computer to record, do you think?
I don't know. When it comes to electronics, like I said,
because that's what I wanted to do. Like, even with the intro song that we had there, that it was like, dun, 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 dun. If I could have had an electronic drum set just to link into my audio interface and just be like, boom, ticka doom, ticka doom, ticka doom,
that'd be cool.
And have like a running drum, just like something easy. Anybody could do a snare drum beat, you know? I don't even know how to drum. I'm just saying I could do pretty easily. So That would be cool. I've been looking into getting those. I'm like a weird person in that I just like, I'll just pick up an instrument just to like kind of get familiar with it a little bit. Like I have a harmonica.
Oh, really?
And I have that djembe behind you. And sometimes I'll just sit here and I'll just go to Big Apple Music and be like, I want that now. And I'm like, let me just try it. And I just played a djembe for like a month. And I was like, just getting all used to it, you know? And I'm like, I don't know why. So that's what made me get a keyboard and led to that. So I'm
pretty cool.
Yeah, I started at sax and I know a little bit of guitar, just like a couple chords. And
hey, all you need to really know is like C, G, D, and A and E.
That's pretty much all I know. So
every song almost has like all those chords.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I figured. I can get by with just that, you know? But I've always wanted to advance my musical talents because I personally also like to write like lyrics and stuff, especially when I'm down or stuff, or like when my grandfather passed away recently. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You know, it's just like when you're overcome with all these emotions is when you have your kind of like your best drive. It's like something needs to be expressed out of you and you don't want it to be lashing out in anger and you don't want it to be tears, but you're like, something needs to come out of me. Sometimes it's just music. And so that's why I want to kind of advance myself. Do you see yourself advancing into getting more music writing and
Sarah always tries to get me to write more, but like I can get off a couple, like a verse or something, and then next thing you know, I'm like brain dead. I can't get past it.
Right, like you get a good start and then you just kind of shimmies out.
Here's one of the verses that I had. It was my car broke down again. Well, maybe I'm just out of gas. I'll try and pretend this is not real life because it's hard living middle class.
That's good.
And then I can't get any further.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dude, that's really good. So maybe all you need is just a little bit of a collaboration with somebody, you know, somebody else can chime in.
Yeah. And I always want to write my own stuff, but you know, I'm always scared to are somebody gonna steal it? La, 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 la.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I'm not anybody who's gonna want to steal my stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Who cares? You know. But it's good to get out there and try it. You know. Does Broken Rule perform any of their own original pieces, or is it mostly?
No.
It's covers.
It's
okay.
Covers.
Well, that would be cool. Maybe if you can bring that to the table in the next few years, you know. And then they're like second to last song. You're like, this is an original by our Broken Rule member Jeremy Seaton. You know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And that's a cool line. You know, I could see that becoming a cool song. You know. And likewise, I've had some of those. Like I have a notebook just full of like little lyrics, and my head's full of things like that. Mm-hmm. And so, but I'm the same way. Like I'll start something, then I'm like, well, I don't really have the musicality to put the proper beat to it, or like I can hear it in my head, but I can't play it out. So
that's what I do. Like when I, before I go to like use my looper and just do guitar parts, I'll try and say like, why are you laughing?
Nothing. Keep going.
I'll try and say like, what would sound good here, and then I'll just start dinking around. Before you know it, I'll have something. But I can't get the dang lyrics to flow with anything.
Yeah.
I when it comes to that point, it's just I can't combine both of them. I just don't have that capacity yet.
Yeah. Or sometimes I'll get like a beat, and then I won't be able to put lyrics to it because and that's where I feel like I just have that disconnect of like I need to advance my musicality a little more, you know. So, I hope to see you, and it looks like we have some other fans of seeing you write your own music.
Who's that?
Kevin and Matt both said. Matt, this is gonna be our first single release. You shouldn't have told us that, Jeremy. Dude, we're doing this, Matt says. So you are getting in the studio to write there, brother. That's a good line. I'm telling you, that'd be fun.
I'm probably like beat red right now.
Yeah, no, you're not, dude. Listen, you got to give yourself more credit. One thing that I've realized is the bands that make it great. You look at a Mick Jagger. You look at Keith Richards, you look at Steven Tyler and Eddie Vedder. They're humble in the sense that they're like, you know, I don't want to be famous. I'm not a god or anything, but they are aware of the fact that they're talented. You know, they're like, you know, they know that they have the tools, they have the group behind them, they have a lifetime's worth of experience. And this is all the things that you have, just to maybe more a diluted degree. You don't have 50 years of experience, but you got 10, man. Yeah. And you have emotions in your lyrics, and you have, you know, ambition, and you have a good group of guys who are supporting you. You got to take the bull by the horns.
I know, that's why I started, like not acting out, but just putting on a show, because I'm so comfortable with this group of people that it was just like it was second nature.
Yeah, it's cool that you guys found each other, and it has become as big of an event and a group and like a brotherhood as it is to you guys, and that's
Yeah.
really inspiring to see.
Usually you hear about lead singers being it's like all about them and
Exactly.
it's my way or the highway. But Matt's honestly a really good person.
Yeah, awesome, man, and I can't wait to meet the rest of your bandmates. They sound like a bunch of...
We're all down to earth. Nobody's like, oh, I'm God's gift.
Exactly. Yeah, there's nothing worse than a pretentious, like a local band that thinks they're the next.
We're doing covers. Come on, like
I know. Yeah, yeah.
Not that
I'm
it's
not
bad or
opening the
anything,
Grammys or
yeah.
anything. Yeah. But that's awesome, and I'm extremely happy for your path and where it's going, Jeremy. And congratulations on finding a band and a niche that you are inspired by and is motivating you. And I hope to see you writing your own music here soon.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I just, like you said, I think I would just need a little bit of collaboration.
Yeah, we'll find that next lyric, and then you're like, oh, that lyric made me think of this lyric.
Yep.
And it's crazy to see how it opens doors, and it kind of echoes the theme of this podcast, is like these stories that we're sharing and all this information you just gave somebody might open the door or put somebody's mind into a perspective of like, hey, I'm going to go start my own band. Let me just check on Craigslist, see if I can't find someone and check it out.
You just gotta watch who you.
Yeah, I was
respond
gonna
to.
throw that asterisk in there. Be careful, be mindful. Don't pull a Jeremy and just hop in the car with a stranger. No, I'm just kidding. It was the best thing you ever did, I'm sure.
Yeah, but when I pulled up to his house, I was like, all right, this guy doesn't seem that bad. But
It don't seem like he has a dungeon in his basement.
I said that to Sarah, and she goes, "Still, you don't know."
Right.
And I'm just like, "Yeah, you're right." I go,
Yeah.
messed up a little
Yeah,
bit, but
but it all worked out for the
yeah,
greatest, you
it
know?
did.
And so anybody out there questioning it, listen to Jeremy's advice and just take the bull by the horns and get out there and try it, you know? So it's been about an hour 15. I mean, this flies by, man. I could chat with you for hours, dude.
I mean, I was nervous at first. You could probably hear it in my voice. But
Don't you get so absorbed into it, though?
Yeah,
That's what I was saying before the show. It's almost like we're having a great chat and somebody else we don't know is in the room. But today's instance, we had two people in the room that were just giving some great chat.
yeah, no, it definitely added some spice.
Yeah,
to
Matt and Kevin, thank you guys for chiming in. I'm going to run the bass outro here, get us ready to wrap up. Dude, again, congratulations on finding a niche, a band that you really like.
Thanks.
It's great for the local scene in terms of providing good content, a good venue for people to go to, an act that people want to see. So that's awesome. But it also gives you a great outlet for continuing on with your passion of music.
Yep.
Hopefully you write. I hope it becomes something. You're a very talented kid. You're a man of all different instruments. I hope to see you kind of professionalize all of those. And next time I see you, hit me with a mandolin solo or something.
Yeah.
You know? So everybody watching, listen, go check out Broken Rule. Check them out live. Facebook, where else are you guys?
I think that's it. Facebook.
Facebook, you're on YouTube, I'm sure, or something, right? Maybe clips?
There's a lot of videos on Facebook, but yeah, give us a like, definitely.
Guys, yeah, like the Broken Rule. Thank you again for Matt and Kevin chiming in, whoever else tuned in to watch, whoever else is going to be watching in the future. This is a great episode about just kind of sharing. It showed how music guides you personally, but I think it'll show anybody who's in the local industry or just interested in music in general to either try an instrument, try going the next step with your band, lay it out on the line for the band that you're in and say, these are my ambitions now. And if you don't like that, maybe we're having a conflict of opinion and we got to change course, whatever. I think this was a great episode for hitting all the nails on the head. So thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Everybody have a great Easter. Again, you can check out Lost Guidance on Twitch, SoundCloud for the MP3s, YouTube. I'm in the process of getting it uploaded to iTunes. I know I keep saying that, but I swear, people, it's going to be there soon. It's just a process for me. I'm really busy. So keep following, keep sharing, keep enjoying the content, I hope. And we're going to see you next Sunday live, I believe, a local contractor, Taylor English. So that'll be interesting and fun. You got any big plans for the Easter day? You doing
Nope, just
lunch or
going to
dinner?
my parents'
Oh,
house for
nice.
dinner.
Well, that'll be nice. I hope you enjoy it. Beautiful day out.
Yeah, quick shout out to Oh Babies. That was a great focaccia that I got the other day.
Yeah, so how funny is that, Laura? You heard about the focaccia and you got in there. Anybody who hasn't gone to Oh Babies and gotten a focaccia, dude, go get your focaccia. I mean, they got your focaccia. That's a good spot for it, man. They got, I think she said like 60-something sandwiches. I can't remember, but
It's
crazy variety, and you can make your own. It's a great place. So yeah, Oh Babies, Broken Rule, Lost Guidance Podcast. Ooh wee! Let me tell you before we go, ladies and gentlemen, we got D-Bot said she can't hear me. Well, the other guys were hearing me, so I don't know. Maybe your sound's not on. Guys, coming up soon, hopefully in the next week, going to be having some merchandise for sale. Lost Guidance Podcast t-shirts, likely hats as well. The hats are in the tentative stage, but definitely t-shirts, couple different designs. Be on the lookout for that. They'll probably just be a kind of a hand exchange basis until I set up the website, which is also in the process. But keep an eye out. Great designs from my friend Carly Wright, who's just killing all the graphic design work that I do. So I'm really happy with that. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Go watch and follow Broken Rule. They'll be at the Lanterns this Saturday.
Yep, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? 8 o'clock at the Lanterns this Saturday. Thank you all. And enjoy your Easter Sunday. And most of all, most importantly, try not to get lost out there. Bye.
For all of us here at News Center 4, I'm Ron Burgundy. You stay classy, San Diego.